staying calm under pressure, and how to develop self-control. These are two subjects that are obviously very closely related to each other and have increasing significance in this world, because we realize more and more as a human race, as a society, that maybe, and probably more than maybe, we've been doing and we're still doing many things wrong, and we suffer the consequences. And the world as we live in is becoming more and more stressful. So how to keep calm, how to stay calm in stressful circumstances, and how to develop or increase self-control is becoming more and more important. I'd like to start today's video with talking about what is it that we actually can control, and how it's I think really important that at the start of contemplating on this subject, we acknowledge that there are things that we can control, and there are a lot of things that we cannot control. And to worry and waste time and spend energy on thinking about things we cannot control is a total waste. You know what I mean? So as the first thing we need to decide is just focus on things we can control. And the most important thing we can control, and the thing that is the most pragmatic of all, that would help us the most, is control of what's inside ourselves. This is what we can control at any time, what we should learn to control. And then wherever we go, whatever circumstances we're in, whatever happens to us, that it stays with us. The self-control of ourselves. So the way that we react to things that happen in the outside world, it is under our control when we develop self-control. It's really simple. You know what I mean? I know that we are sort of not taught from the start in our childhood and later on in techniques of how to control what's inside ourselves, how to even understand what's inside ourselves, and how to be able to then stay calm and keep calm and collected in any circumstance, in any situation. And then we're still able to make some good decisions, and we understand on much deeper level what is going on and what is important and what not, what we should react to and what not. Now I talk a lot about it, and it's spoken a lot about how we can influence our thoughts, how we can create our thoughts, how we can sort of interfere with the flow of our thoughts as is if it's not beneficial to us, and so on and so on. So I'm not really going to talk into the detail about this in this video, because I talk a lot about it in my previous videos, and I'll probably will again. But as I say, this is the level of the impressionable level, the level of impressions, the thoughts, the ideas, and things that are changing all the time, and that we can change. And we help ourselves staying in control and controlling what's inside us by doing that, by implanting the thoughts that are beneficial to us, by changing the thoughts that are not beneficial to us, and by developing a practice of thinking beneficial thoughts, being pragmatic, and influencing what's going on inside us, understanding that we are not a victim of our thoughts, but we are creator of our thoughts. So this is one level, as I always talk about it. And of course, then there is a deeper level that we reach by not necessarily meditation. I mean, we don't need to become a monk or go in a monastery and live a life that's totally, isolated from anybody else or any goings on in the society. No, we don't need to go that far to reach a deeper level that's available to us, and that we all know that it exists. You know, regardless of whether we are scientists or people with many degrees, or people people with just elementary school, or people who look at life and live and experience life on a totally different level. There is no difference to it at all. We all do know deep down here that there is a level that we can all access in which we can experience more calm, more happiness, more love, more compassion, more clarity, and it is really not that difficult to access. We just need to do it on a regular basis. And when we do that, and as I showed in my previous videos, please do browse through my videos and look at the ones that are sort of important on this topic that might interest you. It is not that easy to access this level. So really, to go back again to the previous question, how to stay calm in any circumstance, how to stay calm in any situation, and how to develop self-control, it's really in connecting these two levels. So influencing, creating our thoughts, and staying in control of our thoughts, which obviously influence what we feel and what we do on the top level, impressionable level, ever-changeable level, and then connect with our deeper self, with our one consciousness on a deeper level, the level of true experience, or one consciousness, whatever you call it, the level that we all know that exists. Because for the thousands of years there have been practices in human society by being, monks, or being Jesus, or being Buddha, or being whatever you call it, experiencing life on a much deeper level, and it's accessible to all of us, and we don't need to go to the length of isolate ourselves to becoming a monk, to do anything extreme, but just perform some daily practices on a daily basis, and it will really open up to us, as I always say. And combining these two levels is really your answer. It is not difficult to get there. It is not difficult to become much calmer, much more collected, much more satisfied with your life if you just start doing these two practices as I show you in my videos. And I also always leave a few other programs that you can, access, purchase, and then sort of practice them together with my videos. And there are so many, so many beautiful videos on YouTube that are free to access. And I might sort of connect them with some of my playlists so you can access them too. But you can look them up yourself. And, just widen your horizon, become a person who does all these changes on the upper level, and deepens the connection on a lower level, and it will all come together for you. It is possible. It can happen reasonably quickly. Stay with me, enjoy my videos, and as I enjoy sharing my time with you, my experience with you, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.